I just don't know why no girls like me. Look at me. I am the full package. I'm the man. Alright, look at you girls. You all think that you guys are top tier. Thoughts? Oh man, I've been lonely for so long. I'm just sick and tired of this. I don't know what to do. All girls, they just want top tier guys. Why can't they lower their standards? Alright man, look, listen to me. This is gonna be a very tough pill for a lot of you boys to swallow, but once you do, you'll be able to shift the game and play it to your advantage. Most women do not like most men, and you are most men. Get this. We all sit there thinking, why don't girls lower their standards, and why all girls are sluts and thoughts. Truth is, you're a most men type of guy, which is why you aren't getting the attention and attraction and getting success with women, because you are like most men. And I used to be like most men, because what are most men? Lazy, unproductive, ain't about it, no confidence, nothing about them screams that they're doing anything with their lives, riddled with bad habits. Most men do not get laid. Most men don't get attraction because they're like the rest. Pathetic. But once you accept this and understand this, you can then start to move in alignment of playing the game to your advantage. And whatever you want, right? Sleep around, date girls, whatever, you'll be able to have because you now understand this. The game ain't gonna change back to how it was 30, 40 years ago before social media and Instagram and Bumble and Tinder. It ain't going back to that. So if you accept that, sitting at home wishing and praying that girls lower their standards, if you accept that that's never gonna work, and you accept that you just gotta be that guy, that's how you're going to start getting the attraction and girls into your life. And I'm gonna teach you something. I want to teach you some sense of humility. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, if you were a bad bitch, right? Would you date you? Would you sleep with you? Truth is, you wouldn't. And so why do you think that girls should roll open the red carpet for you and you should have an abundance? Because that's how I used to think. When I was a drug addict, fat, overweight, nothing to my name, not doing anything, wasn't about it, I used to think that I should have every girl in the world. Truth is, I deserve nothing and you deserve nothing. And that right there should be your fuel and your fire to change and implement what I'm going to tell you. The first thing is that you need to understand that looks matter. And I'm not one of these red pill guys or anything like that, but the truth is, your looks matter and everything about you matters, because no girl are going to be looking at you and thinking, I wonder he's got a good personality or not. How you look, your body, your frame, right, your hairstyle, how you smell, everything about you, your fashion, the car that you drive, everything elevates how you look as a man. So you need to get your body on point. You need to start dressing good. You need to start smelling good. You need to get your hair nicely, trimmed and cut, keep it fresh, get your beard trimmed, trim your nails, everything about you. Invest into some nice clothes. They don't even have to be expensive, just new. When you start to understand that everything about you has to be dialed in, that right there gives you a leg up. Because it ain't enough, and I tell you this right now, to just be a good looking bloke. Yeah, sure, it's good. A lot of good looking guys are getting laid. But the truth is, there's so many things that you have to work on. But the most important thing is, what does a girl see when she sees you? Does she look at some fat, ugly slob, nothing about him screams sexy? Or does she look at you and think, he's got a good body, takes care of himself, dresses nice, you walked past her and you smell good, and she's like, that smells good. If you can start to get your looks on point, that right there will be the opener to girls wanting to be in your life, that look at you and you being able to do something about it. Because if you walk up to them or you match with them on Tinder, they'll be like, this guy looks good. And then it'll open up doors for you. The second thing though is your confidence. And I'm not talking about confidence of like, what's your body count? No, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about confidence as a man is truly built on your masculine achievement. I can tell you this, being in relationships, sleeping with multiple girls, right? Confidence doesn't come from, I slept with this girl and this girl and this girl. Sure, it does a little bit, But when you start moving in alignment of your purpose, your mission, trying to elevate yourself in your career or your job, right there, when you start learning that your true intrinsic confidence comes from you elevating in the things that you're trying to achieve out of your life, right there, that will flip the switch in your brain, because you're building, you're creating, you're seeing all this progress. That'll flip the switch. And what will happen? Well, you'll start carrying yourself as a masculine man, because when you're making masculine achievement, you're moving the needle in the life that is building you. You're going to feel good. You're going to carry yourself better. You're going to stand stronger. You're going to walk with purpose. You're going to have this whole frame. And then what will switch in your mind is, well, you're the prize. You've been making money. You've been making progress. You're moving the needle in your life. That right there gives you that fulfillment, like, whoa, I feel good about myself. I'm doing what I know that I should be doing. And then in your brain, you're like, whoa, I've been doing all this. A girl just looks pretty. That flips the switch. And a lot of the anxiousness and the nervousness that you have from a girl rejecting you, because they are going to reject you, it disappears though. Because they lost out on a guy getting somewhere. They lost out on a guy that's already built himself to some degree. So it's their loss. And rejections and all these things that happen when a girl doesn't like you doesn't matter, because they are the ones that missed out. So understand that you need to build your confidence. And of course, confidence does come from how you speak to girls and your body language and your aura and your energy. But a lot of that comes from, well, are you making genuine progress in your life? That's how confidence is truly built. The third thing is where you're going in your life. And this touches on what I just said, but you need to be going somewhere. You need to be either focusing on a business, on a mission. You need to have end goals set in place. Because what this does, right? You meet a girl, you speak to her, she likes you, this and that, you're dating, you're sleeping with each other or whatever. Well, if you're just still sitting at home playing video games, smoking weed, right, doing nothing, eventually this girl will leave you because you ain't doing shit, or she won't even want anything to do with you because you ain't doing shit. So you need to be actively trying to get somewhere in your life. And get this, you need to understand that your main focus shouldn't be girls. It should be you leveling up. So you getting to where you're trying to get, your end goal, your dreams, your purpose in life. Right there, you need to have that goal and be moving in alignment of that. And then you'll see, well, a girl, when you're speaking to her, you're dating, this and that, will be like, whoa, he knows what he wants. He's going after it. This guy's going to be, well, he's going to be able to provide. He's going to, like, I'm going to have a secure future with him. He's going to be a good father. You're building up discipline and, you're building up the traits of a masculine man because you're getting to where you're trying to get. And that, comes with a lot of adversity and failure and pushing your limits. She's going to be like, whew, look at this guy. She ain't like the rest. He knows what he wants. He's going after it and he's building himself up in the process. They'll be like, I want to be with him. And that's the honest truth. They want to be with someone that in the future is going to be someone. So understand that. The fourth thing is you need to be different from the rest. Because so many of us guys, we're like everyone else. We're all carbon copies. Now, of course, like the way you dress might be similar to some guys and you might have similar mannerisms and this and that. But you need to always stay true to who you are. Never change in regards of like, okay, sure. There has to be some things about you that does change for your own self-growth and your benefit, but you shouldn't be like everyone else. Because if you're like everyone else, she's got unlimited options. But if you are going to be someone that is built, is accelerating himself, well, you should still keep your core identity as you. So if you're a little bit quirky, or you speak a certain way, or you like certain things, but your whole aura is still of a masculine man getting somewhere, you're built right, well, that's going to make you stand out. So always stay true to who you are. But understand that you do need to build yourself up to have those, those eyes looking at you and the opportunity to date and sleep around. You have to build yourself up, but then be different by staying true to you. Don't just fit in like everyone else, because then, well, you're just like everyone else. The last thing is your online presence. And this is huge, because more likely than not, if you go cold approach a girl, cool, you might get her number, but more likely you'll get her Instagram, right? And if you aren't cold approaching girls and meeting girls, well, then you're going to have an online presence through your Tinder and your Bumble and your Instagram, right? So you got to understand, so many of us guys, we walk through life with a male gaze. And what that means is, well, we think that what we post on Tinder is sexy and looks good and this and that. But we look at it from a scope of like, well, this is what's cool to us. But what's cool to us is sometimes repulsing to girls, right? Like doing that at the club and this and that, drinking and acting cool. It doesn't look good from a girl's perspective, even though you should think, well, who cares? You need to spice it up. Get some good photos. Look interesting. Look intriguing. Look like you're somebody, right? Have like your curated Instagram profile and Tinder profile to be like, whoa, look at this guy. He's built, put together, sexy, and looks like he has an interesting life. He's like spice it up, spruce it up, so that when a girl matches with you, or you get her number, or you get her Instagram, right? She looks at you, she looks into your profile, like, whoa, yeah, he's someone I want to be with. And this, right, will change the game, because everything is looks based, right? We can do so much as men, get our money on point, status, our body, everything about us amplifies how we, our attractiveness, but ultimately looks matter just as much. So your online presence, how you actually look. And this here, once you do these 5 steps and you understand that this is the game, you can have everything that you want, because now the most important thing is, well, you've built yourself up. You've built yourself up, your body is on point, you're making money, or you're moving forward to making money, you're about it in all these areas, your online presence is something. Well then, obviously, you flipped the switch, and now you can have whatever you want. You want to talk to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different girls? Go for it. You want to filter out some girls to try and find the one? Go for it. But now you've got the options, and now you're in the game. So this is how you do it. This is how you get into the eyesight of girls. Love you, brother. Let's go.